What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we will be recapping the final of the World Baseball Classic. Before we get into that, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any other videos that I will be dropping throughout the entire MLB season. Make sure you guys are sharing this with any baseball fans that you may know as well. And I also want you guys to like and subscribe to the rest of the Refuse to Lose network. We got plenty of shows that cover all types of sports. We got CTC, Carl Talking College, covers everything in college football and college basketball. We got RBO, Real Ballers Only. It's an NBA show, covers everything you need to know about the NBA. Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. That is a fantasy football show. And right now he's breaking down trades and stuff like that throughout the off season. We have In the Red Corner with Ty, Tomo, and Ricky. That is a boxing show, one of the hottest shows on the network. If you're a boxing fan, make sure you tune into that. We got Zero Sports Talk with Griffey. We've got Dave's Doghouse. And we have Unfazed with Joe and AJ. And you can't forget about the main show, Refuse to Lose, covers everything you need to know about all sports. It's basically the sports center of the network. So make sure you guys are tuned in. If you like sports, hit that subscribe button. We will keep you in tune with all news throughout the year. So we get into the World Baseball Classic final, USA versus Venezuela. I was expecting these starters to go out there and get smacked around, but they didn't. Nolan McLean from the Mets pitching for USA, he had a very bad wild pitch with runners on first and second early in the game. I believe it was in the third inning. Where the runners advanced to second and third with one out. Michael Garcia was up to the plate, one of the hottest hitters on the Venezuelan team, coming off of a game where he just delivered one of the biggest at-bats for the Venezuelan team in giving them the game-winning RBI. He puts Venezuela on top with a sac fly, making it 1-0. And then the score stayed 1-0 for a couple innings until Willie Abreu came up and deposited a fastball over the fence, center field. Absolute laser rocket. His emotions went crazy. And Venezuela was up 2-0 in the fifth inning, and USA was struggling. Eduardo Rodriguez had these guys off balance. He was hitting his spots. And I also have to tip my cap to Salvador Perez, the catcher for the Venezuelan team. Not only to last night in that game, but the entire tournament. He wears that C on his chest, and he shows exactly why he was chosen to be the captain. Go out there and be a leader on that team, be a veteran, a guy who has postseason experience, who has a ring in the World Series, and is looked up to by the young Venezuelans. So for him to be able to go out there and command such an amazing bullpen and starting rotation, kudos to him. I heard after the game, he said something about retiring. So we might get a Salvi farewell tour this year, and he's definitely deserving of it because he's been nothing but a great player. And every player that ever talks about him is always saying great things. So I would assume that he is a great human being as well. So shout out to him for being the person that he is. And in the game last night, there was a big at-bat where Aaron Judge was up in the sixth inning, I believe. The pitcher fell behind 2-0, and he was losing all types of command. Salvador Perez called timeout. We went out there without the pitching coach, just went out there, just him and Luis Arias, the first baseman, another veteran on this team, and talked to the guy and told him to trust his stuff. That's what he did. He ultimately got Judge out on a ground ball. But again, that goes to show the leadership of Salvador Perez and the veteran mindset of, all right, let me get out there and control this young guy and tell him that I believe in him. The whole country believes in him. His teammates believe in him. The only person that needs to believe in him now is himself. And that's probably a good guess as to what that conversation, as to how that conversation went. And then in the bottom of the eighth, Bobby Witt Jr. Draws a walk, and Bryce Harper, having a very bad tournament, steps up to the plate. The announcer's talking about how bad of a tournament he's having, blah, blah, blah. He hits a 98-mile-per-hour fastball, straight away dead center for a game-tying home run. Ties it up 2-2 going into the ninth. And then for some reason, we've got Mason Miller, who hasn't been scored on since last August, ready to go in the bullpen. You said he was ready to go, DeRosa. You said he was ready to go. And what do? You go with freaking Whitlock. Freaking Whitlock, buddy. Whitlock crumbled. You got a guy that throws 103 ready to go in the bullpen. Ready to go. And you go with Garrett Whitlock. And after the game, you said, oh, we were going to use him in a save situation. Hey, dummy, you're the home team. You go into the ninth, tied, you bring your best arm out. Hold that, and go out and win the game in the bottom of the ninth. Worst case scenario, you go to extra innings. But for you not to use Mason Miller in an opportunity to win gold, it pissed me off. And it should piss off every other American. Because that's disgusting. Garrett Whitlock is not on the same tier as Mason Miller. I don't care how good he's been pitching this tournament. Mason Miller is the best closer in the game. Nobody's touched him this entire tournament. But you want to go out with Garrett Whitlock and then say, oh, we talked to the Red Sox and we were going to use him in that spot. And the Padres, we were honoring him if it was a safe situation. Shut up. I really hope you stay as a TV host. You don't coach the Olympics. You don't coach the next WBC. And you don't even be considered to be a coach for any other tournament to represent the United States of America. Because this tournament you displayed, you don't understand what it takes to win a tournament. From the debacle of, oh, we're already in, we're punched our ticket, no disrespect to Italy, blah, blah. Not even knowing that you weren't secured a spot. It having to go to another team, another game. Two teams controlled your destiny. All you had to do was win that game. And you control the destiny. You go one seed. But no, you're an idiot. So that's what you did. Garrett Whitlock walks a guy. Suarez ends up getting pinch ran for, a very close call at second base. He steals, ends up being called safe. It was reviewed. It was upheld. I thought it was a very close call. And then 2-3 pitches later, Eugenio Suarez hits a ball into left center and scores the run to go up 3-2. Venezuela goes out in the bottom of the ninth with their closer, Danny Palencia, who has been absolutely dominant this entire postseason. This entire tournament. Goes out there and shuts it down to win the first World Baseball Classic for Venezuela. This being their first opportunity in the championship game. and them winning it is amazing for their country, for their players. I know it meant so much more to them than it would have meant to the U.S. Just because of the way that the U.S. has been carrying themselves, the quotes that they've been saying throughout this tournament. So I'm very happy for the Venezuelan people that they get to celebrate this victory. We got to talk about Aaron Judge. He played good throughout the tournament, but last night was not it. 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. You look like you were hesitant to pull the trigger, buddy. You are the best hitter in baseball. Just let that sink in. You are the best hitter in baseball. Go out there and be that. The moment got too big. It's all right. It happens, right? But don't let it happen in the regular season. It can happen now in March. That's fine. Don't let it happen in the regular season. Show up, show out, go win another MVP, right? But last night, I was disappointed in Aaron Judge's performance. Had to call him out, not because I know you guys know that I'm a Yankee fan, and if I don't call him out, I'm going to be I'll be very hypocritical of of the way that I talk about players, and so that's last night. Aaron Judge played terribly. He deserves the criticism for last night's game, not throughout the entire tournament. Not throughout the entire tournament, right? Aaron Judge finished. I got this quote. He went. Okay, so Judge finished tied first for homers, third in hits and RBIs, second in runs and hits for Team USA. Right. So for those people who say, "Oh, Judge didn't show up throughout the entire tournament," shut up. Understand that there's I understand people want to troll and they want to make fun of Aaron Judge because he's on the Yankees and blah blah blah. But really, just open up Google, look up Aaron Judge's stats throughout the WBC, and the numbers are there. They speak for themselves, right? Last night in the final, he played like crap. That was terrible. But you can't sit here and say he didn't show up throughout the entire tournament. Please shut up. Understand the damn game. It's one thing to troll. Trolling is fine. It's fun. I do it myself. But for you to sit here and say, "Oh, he didn't show up throughout the whole tournament," you just sound like an idiot. Sit there and watch the damn game. Sit there and watch the tournament. Judge played good throughout the tournament. Average was bad. He was striking out a lot. But those numbers, like, what else do you want him to do? Be first in everything for Team USA? He could have been first in everything for Team USA, and they still would have lost. And then what? Whose fault would it have been? Probably Aaron Judge's because they didn't do enough. But I get it. He's wearing the C. He's a captain of USA, so he's going to get scrutinized. It's understandable. But just take a second to actually understand the game and not just go to straight trolling, please. That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Michael Garcia being the MVP of this tournament, playing out of his mind. He's one of the underrated superstars in the MLB. Again, because of his teammate that he plays alongside with, Bobby Witt, being the incredible superstar that he is. But now I feel like Michael Garcia is going to get his flowers because he came out and played like he did in this tournament. So I'm happy for him, man. And shout out to former guest and now MLB host Xavier Scruggs. He recently put out a video saying that Michael Garcia was one of the most underrated players in the MLB. So shout out to him for that and putting this putting that out. And also shout out to him for responding to my message yesterday. Um, I saw that he was on the field. I had asked him for a prediction, and he hit me back right away. So shout out to you, X. Keep doing your thing, man. Wish you nothing but success and health throughout the way. And I'll be watching you cover the game, and hopefully you watch me cover the game as well. But that's all I got to say about the World Baseball Classic. It was a great tournament. If you tuned in, I hope you had fun, whether your team won or lost. This tournament was exactly what I knew it was going to be. It was the display of this beautiful game with the passion and the love and this desire to be the number one nation in baseball. It was great. It was amazing. There was some trolling. There was some great quotes. There was funny moments. There was big swings, electric pitches, this celebration. Shout out to the fans, too. The fans brought it in every single game, no matter where they were playing, no matter what time they were playing. They were in Tokyo. They were in Puerto Rico. They were in Houston and Miami. Every game was electric. It's something that needs to be brought to the American culture of the game. We need that passion in the game, and I get it. It's 162 games. You can't really compare it to a 2-week tournament, but let's try to flow that in. Let's try to flow it into the tournament, man. Into the season, right? These players look like they were having fun. So let's carry it over. So now we get ready for the MLB season. I'll be dropping my prediction video for divisions and awards pretty soon. So make sure you are subscribed and click that bell so you don't miss when that video goes up. And again, man, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to those who were watching the tournament in the chat with me on the baseball chat. And it was great, man. And I'm ready for the regular season. We had guys that were on like different teams. We were all rooting for the same team for the last 2 weeks, but now we're opponents. Now we're enemies. I don't like any of them anymore, especially Red Sox Nation. I would say how I feel about you, but this is a kid-friendly show. So make sure you tune in to the next one. So you know who I got winning each division and the awards. Until next time, peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.